These organizations have small teams. These small teams consist of people who may have a 9 to 5. They might work 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. And then on top of that, they're volunteering for your community organization.
What do you think the problem is with community organizations, that what they're suffering with in this day and age?
So community organizations often are led by small teams. Yeah. So you'll have like a figurehead who may be a teacher or a scholar who, has devoted a lot of time in their life to go study, and they've come back now and they've wanted to set something up. Now what ends up happening is that the funding model for these organizations essentially is wholly fundraising. All these places have been set up by donations from public. So what ends up happening is that year on year they're under pressure to make sure that the revenue is high enough, that they've got all their costs covered, and that creates pressure in terms of fundraising every single year. So what ends up happening with a lot of these volunteers is they suffer from burnout. They suffer from burnout because they're just taking on too much. And what then ends up happening is that the jobs that are supposed to be very simple end up taking a long time because they're not getting done. And then what ends up happening is the teacher or the scholar ends up getting burnt out because they now have to do admin jobs and their focus should be on teaching or working on curriculum, for example. So that's one of the big issues. What volunteer burnout ends up then doing is you end up getting like a revolving door of volunteers, people coming in, people coming out. And you've, mashallah, served for many years in different organizations. You've probably seen this, like different volunteers come and go.